Good afternoon, Internet. I am your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome to City Skylines 1. We're in old Samville today, and there are two things that I want to do. First of all, I would love to come over to this area of the city, and you see this giant blank space between the highway and the city that we're building. So I want to fill this in, first of all, and then second of all, I want to come over here and begin building out kind of this area. That's something fun I want to do with the tram line. I may adjust this because it's super curvy and I think it's kind of unnecessarily curvy. That makes sense. So I'd like to fix that. So welcome one and all to the grand escapades of old Samville. So first things what we're going to do, then we're going to take our roads and we're going to loop them out this way. I think we're just going to go up there, 70 whole units, and we'll just kind of do a little something like this. So I hope that everyone is having a grand old time. I know that I am. I have dinner. So if you hear me go quiet, it's because I'm really hungry because it's kind of late-ish where I'm at. What I'm doing right now, and gotta eat to get big and strong, right? And as such, I may quietly munch on some food, but it's good food. It's rice and meat and barbecue sauce, and it's delightful in every way. So we're just gonna throw some fun, interesting stuff down here because I kind of want to make this like a little fancy neighborhood, so to speak. Something like this we could do, right? And have some commercial lining this road here. But I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to go there, but I think what we could do, let's actually scooch this up just a touch. And we can go this way. Go that way. That's beautiful. We still maintain our grid reasonably. Something like this, and then I think we'll just delete this little nub there, and let's go this way with it instead. So like I said, we have a lot to do today because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make my way over to the other side of the map, and that way we'll have the opportunity to do all sorts of fun stuff with road layout and whatnot. But I don't want to go too crazy with it. But I do want it to be something kind of special. So what I think we'll do on this side of the city here, I want to. We have the shopping district with our malls and whatnot. What I think I like the idea of doing is taking a look at our shopping malls. So let's go to shopping malls, and I want to get these open air malls in here. But what I think I'm going to do actually is we're going to convert this section into a pedestrian area, because I think that'll be a good time. So let's go ahead and we'll just do this. Actually, hold on. This is what we need to do. We need to get a service point, and I believe that's right in here. Is that right? Pedestrian areas, service point. Yes. I'm going to put a service point here, and then from there what we'll do is we will grab this bad boy and we're just going to paint it out like so. I want to use these fun different zoning or different districts types in this city because we didn't really do that with Blackshire at all. Not Blackshire, Ordensfin. We didn't really do that at all. So I want to make it nice and varied and what have you. So we're gonna do that, and then what we'll do is we can have the opportunity here to. I'm gonna take off from here and then just see if I can't scooch it through like so. Yeah. Happy district, happy painted district. Like that. Oop, not so much there. There we go. So we have this. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to come through with some of our pedestrianized roads, and I want it to be fancy and nice. But what we'll do We're gonna upgrade you to this. This could probably be its own straight segment of road. Okay, that's fine. It'll work. And then we want the middle right there. Oh, this needs to be here. Okay, that makes sense. And since we got that, let's just delete the little nub. And so what I want to do is I want to come over here to our unique buildings, to our shopping malls, and I want to get the open air mall and place it in. And we're going to have to readjust some of these, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I want to place it about right here, actually. So what we'll do instead is we will just do this. And then we're going to have a little road, have some roads up like so. Up like so. And then I think we should have space for it now. Yeah. If I wanted to, I could go up a little more that way, but I think we will keep some space betwixt it. And then let's get our phase 2. And we're going to place it about right here. So we have some malls now, which is great, which is lovely, which is nice. And everybody loves it, and I love it, and you love it, and more importantly than all of that, the citizens will love it. So we have, it's called Lilac Park, and I think we're going to leave that name the way it is. And then I think what we'll do, just to get an idea, let's see about adding some parks or plazas or what have you, because these spaces are kind of small, so we'll have to just see what works, where it works. Tiny Park, well, that's not the right one. Tiny Park, that would actually fit perfectly right there. Tourist Park could fit perfectly right here, potentially. And then we have this bad boy, which I think would look kind of nice in this area. We have the Sidewalk Cafe. Again, let's put our Sidewalk Cafe. I kind of want to, ooh, it fits and sits perfectly. It fits and it sits. You know how we do. Honestly, these are probably a couple of my favorite assets in the game. Sidewalk Cafe, and then the one right next to it, the Sidewalk Restaurant. And I think having a Sidewalk Restaurant close by does kind of make a ton of sense. So let's put that there. And then what we'll do is we're going to come through with the path, and we're gonna just connect them up. That's just basically that's what we're gonna do. And look at how good this looks, right? It looks so good. It looks very good, very nice, very attractive. And then I think just to kind of delineate what happens right here, we're gonna have path. And then I think I like the idea of just kind of having a little underpass walkway just about right there, and I think that'll be fine. And yet, look, you already see people walking over the bridge. I'm sure that people were walking over the bridge before I took notice of it, but you know, hey, what can you do? And then I think I like the idea of getting a path right there, and then just because I like the idea of being able to walk between the two malls, a little path there. And then I think what we could do is have a little path here, just you know, just in case. So, friends, Romans, countrymen, this area is coming along quite nicely. But what I think I want to do is I want to fill this in with residential. We have need of a little something like this, yeah. Or do I want it on this road? I think it makes more sense to be right here, honestly. But then I think we could have a little nub right there. That'll be fine. And maybe one, maybe a couple down here, like so. Yeah, I don't mind it. And then I think we can have just a little something like this. Some alternating patterns. Why not? We're going to need to figure out the noise issue right here, but we'll figure that out after a while. Give me just a second. Okay. We have multiple opportunities. Let's check our services. Okay, great. We have plenty of education, which is nice. So that's always good. But we have this area kind of plotted out, and we're going to come through. Let's check our districts, because I want to make sure that it's covered properly. Now we'll just go ahead and do this. I actually think what we'll do, let's spread the shopping mall district over to just here, and it'll kind of cover our pedestrian area a little bit, which is totally fine. And I actually don't think that I want to have anything out front here. I think I like the idea of kind of filling it in with trees. Kind of hide the Butler Street, hide our couplet system. So we have that going for us, which is nice. So let's just expand you. And I think I have an idea for this awkward corner next to the highway. I think I have an idea of what I want to do for that. Let's actually, they're going to put this back. We're going to need to paint this in first. Yeah. Paint that in. And then we're going to just do a little bit of that. All right. And then we'll just kind of come in through right here. And I have an idea for this area. Because let's take a look at our city services. Our healthcare availability, everything is like fine, or looks like it, but actually it's not fine. Whole half of the city is kind of hurting for this type of thing. So what we're gonna do before we place any of that, what we're gonna do, let's place ourselves I think more pertinent, excuse me, the more pertinent thing that we'll need is police and fire coverage out here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place our fire department here, and we're going to place a police station here. And then I like the idea of having this corner like a mix of commercial and office space. So, because commercial and office really they're unbothered by being in proximity to the highway like this is. So we're going to just do that. I'm going to alternate zoning just a little bit. But let's make sure that water is under the roads where it belongs. It is not, so we'll need to address that. So here we go. Like so, like this. Yeah. Something like that. Get the people happy. Now, it's a problem of electricity. And now I could just mass zone here, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to coax our electricity over. So we're going to just mass zone you. We could actually remove that. We don't need that where we're going. Do that as well. We don't need that either. And then I think what we'll do is I'm going to just zone up to about right here. And then hopefully electricity will jump. If not, we can draw some temporary power lines. But I'm going to turn my attention over to the other side. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a moment to pet the dog. He just walked in. Hello, Sheldon. Sheldon the dog. Now let's come over here and see what we can do. Okay. Now I have this idea for the tram line. And what I want to do is this. Let's go and find our tram line where we kind of ended it off here. I believe you are this trolleybus tram. All right. The tram track. So we are 7 units. And so what I want to do is I want to make a 7 unit by 7 unit curve. And then we're just going to go straight out like this. So we want 2-lane with tram tracks. I kind of want to maintain something that has the bicycling upon it. Alternatively, what we could do is we could do this. We could go 30 units. Or perhaps we could use pedestrianized. Ooh, we could use pedestrianized tram track road. So we used small sandstone. Let's use small sandstone as well. Like that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think we're gonna need to upgrade that. Let's upgrade that to small sandstone to kind of keep the theme through the whole city. And there we have it. So we have this going for us, which is nice. And now let's kind of work on getting some road guidelines laid out. So I'm gonna place you here. I think I want to have the tram track, 2-lane road with tram track. We're gonna just continue it out like so we can have that. Now I'm not sure what exactly I want to put out here. I think this will be for sure the start of kind of the downtown sort of area. So I want to make sure that we have a 2-unit gap between everything, because I just like the numbers. So that's 17, right? I want to make it an even thing, so we can do, that's 20. Let's go out 24. So we'll make this like a divisible by 12 type thing. So let's kind of scooch this down to about right here. So that means we'll have to grab our sandstone road again. Just upgrade you. And then what we can do is we can have a fun time with respect to kind of like how we did right here with tram stop. If we want to, I might leave it like this and have, we can have like a custom park around it or something. So let's try that. Let's just do this. We're gonna do something like that, I guess. We'll figure that out. I'm not too worried, but I did want to come over on this side and begin laying out road frame. So there we have that. I'm going to go another 24. We're going to go another 24. And the thing is, I like working with these larger type grids like this because we can really adjust as we need with them. So it's a grid and it might look boring right now, but think about it. Whenever we add things will start happening and stuff will start getting really cool. So I think I like it. I think out here I almost want to put power facility, kind of like how we have our water treatment, and we need a garbage campus. Emptying is finished. And stop emptying. All right, grand. That's always a good time. Building is emptying. Okay. I just needed to check that. I will admit that I came on earlier today and I kind of worked with the garbage things because they were dying. Okay. Anywho, so here's the situation. We have this, we have that. I would like to come now and we're going to, let's preemptively get water underneath the roads where they belong. And I'm going to just connect her up right there because it's there. We have that already. So I'm just thinking, why not? Why not connect it up? You know? What's the worst that can happen? We connect it up and we don't use it right away, but it's connected up so I don't have to worry about it later. Easy peasy. Like, there's not a single thing that could go wrong with my plan. Okay. So that's nice. I think I like the idea of doing this as well. So we have this little situation. Let's take our situation and make a slightly less situation of a situation. We'll put it right here. Let's kind of have that right there. And I like this. It's coming along really nice. I just like the way that this looks. And we're going to detail it and it's going to be awesome. And so yeah, now let's take a look and see what we can do over here. We're not in a, I wish we had a little bit more money, but we can address that as things happen. Yeah, let's come back over to this area. We're going to do temporary power line. Shame. Because the city isn't building quick enough. It's not going fast enough. Hoopla. Okay. So let's just do some commercial here. That's big residential. I don't want big residential. I want commercial. Let's put commercial here. Actually, let's leave a space for detailing purposes. And add an office block here. And then I think what we'll do, let's just have a little bloop of commercial there as well. Huzzah. And I think we're jumped. Yeah, we're jumped. Now we can delete our power lines and we have a refund. So there's that. You know what I actually think I like the idea of doing over on this side? High density things. So high density stuff. What that means is I'm going to come through and I'm going to smack these bad boys in half. But actually, do I want to use fun roads? Let's continue. Let's just fix this up right now. We're gonna just, you know, sometimes you just gotta. I'm just gonna do that. And we're just gonna do this. And then I think what I'll do is this and this. We'll just floop that on in there. Okay. So I want to come through at some point with fancy roads, but we don't have the money for it. So I'm gonna hold off for now. Don't want to bankrupt myself upgrading roads. Let's go ahead then, and we're going to mass zone. Well, maybe not mass zone, but let's zone just a few more shopping mall areas right here. And then I think what we'll do is I like the idea of getting some offices kind of in the plaza area, the pedestrian area, just to see what happens. So I've got this over here. Like I said, I'm going to come over and detail the tram stop, but then I'm going to detail our shopping mall area after with that. So that's the plan. I'm going to detail this over here. I'm going to detail some of these over here. I'm going to detail a little bit over there. And with all of that said, I'm going to get to it, and I will see you guys in just a little bit. Oh my. Shortcut break from our detailing. Something's terribly wrong. What could it be? It's this. No more room. So we're going to cheese the game really quick, and then we're going to go back to our detailing time lapse. We're going to collapse the building with our collapse feature. Oop. Delete you, and then we're going to put one back. I hope we have money for it. That would be bad. So there we go. We have that. This one. We're gonna turn this back on. We're gonna stop emptying. We're gonna turn that back on. And let's see. We'll need to address this at some point, but I'm not gonna worry about that right in this moment because I'm kind of in the zone. But I'm glad that I checked. We'll look at that after a while. So I'm gonna get back to detailing, and we'll be back momentarily. welcome back. After that interesting intermission, we've detailed up everything that I wanted to detail up today. And first of all, let's go over here and start and take a look and see with our eyeballs the open air mall facility. And I think what I'm going to do is, you know the deal. This is going to be our screenshot for this episode. I love the way that this came out. So what I did was I just kind of came through first and foremost as I upgraded the paths to some with trees built in, because I had this idea in my mind and I think it turned out pretty well. I upgraded the trees. I changed them to young linden all around on the pedestrian roads, on the paths in between the malls. And then what I did was I took the tiles that come with the promenades pack and I laid them out next to our malls and our paths. And it's not perfect. It's not perfect. But I like the aesthetic that it gives. It kind of covers up the dirt, and from a distance you can't really tell that it's messed up. And so that's amazing. I added some detailing, prop detail work around the service point to kind of make it look a little more used. I upped the number of these containers that we have that are built into the asset. I just came over here with a surface tool, the surface painter, painted it out very carefully to kind of get it to look like a big slab. Put bollards out in front, some prop detail work, and then planted some grasses poking through. And this area is quite used. As you can see, there are a lot of people out and about on it, and I just love the way that it looks. I'm a big fan of, if you hear the thing, I'm just taking screenshots because I'm just very pleased with what we've done. And then I'm out back. I upgraded the 4-lane up to the overpass here to be a tree median road, to hopefully cut down on some of the noise that might lead to these houses right here. I just zoned in some high density on the mall side and low density on the non-mall side. Added some parking lots there, and we'll probably fill this in. I added a path to kind of delineate where everything was and what we're doing with it from these areas back here. I intended on detailing out some of these areas, some of our service buildings, but I think it's kind of, we're getting into a long detailing section of the episode, so I wanted to kind of cut it a little short. And then the last thing what we did was I came over here and I just did some work on our tram stop, our custom tram stop, and honestly I think this looks amazing. I think this looks really good. I used the tiles again, underrated assets in my opinion. I love using them to just tile out the area. And because I didn't want it just to be straight concrete surface painter stuff, I added some grills back to back on both sides, kind of mirrored them. And we have tables out here for people to eat and while they wait. Bush lined some of the paths that we've got going on. I added the tourist park, the little tourist park, so we can kind of just pretend that this is like, okay, so this is where people are coming off the tram, and this could be like a gift shop or like a welcome area to the downtown, or this more densified area of our city. And then over here, I just wanted to add these little kiosks as like ticket booths, because I just think that's really cool. So I had to do that, you know, just had to. And then just to round out what we've done, just to kind of summarize, I straightened out the curly Q tram track. It didn't make sense for it to be all over the place, and honestly, a straight shot is perfectly fine, perfectly adequate for what we want it to do eventually, and it doesn't need to be that fancy. So here we are at the end of the episode, and we've taken a look and seen what we've done with everything, and I just want to come back over here and just kind of take a look. I just adore this. I love the way that this looks. Just imagine, right? You're out shopping. You're in old Samville. You're doing your this, you're that, and the other. Oh, also I added a decal, or one of the tile decals, that's like stonework underneath these cube art pieces out front, and I just think it looks really cool as well. It's just the standard run-of-the-mill tree work and bush lining all over the place, but I, friends, am very pleased with the way that this turned out. I'm very happy, very pleased with this episode. We did get the death issues underway, so that was me not paying attention. In the future, I'll be sure to pay closer attention to the things in the city. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, subscribes. They all mean a ton, and they all help out a great deal. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.